What's up, Dark?
Well, we got GDP numbers. Looks like a bounce back from last quarter. So we had a kick in of all the preloading of purchasing in front of tariffs, which hurts GDP. And then, of course, that unwinds this quarter, which helps GDP. I think if you strip it all away, it's pretty much just a ho-hum number. But more interestingly, at least from my perspective, as a Vegas resident, things are getting bad in Vegas. And as Vegas goes, so goes the world, so to speak. It's really a lightning rod for consumer spending. Um, yeah, I've been focusing on Vegas, focusing on just other metrics. I don't really buy into government numbers. I don't really care about the Federal Reserve today. Um, yeah, just TikTok next block from this perspective.
Hey,
But
Dark. Hey, Dark. It's funny, when we were out there at the Bitcoin conference, I always talk to the cab drivers, right? Hey, how's it going? And they were all saying things are slow. And then I was out there again last week for a kids basketball tournament. Same thing, but like more pronounced in the cabbies I was talking to. What I noticed was almost like a Cantillon effect in the casinos. If you were at the Venetian or some of the higher end, Aria or some of the higher ends, man, it was blown out. There were people at every table. Every blackjack table you couldn't even find a $25 table some nights. But then you go to the kind of the lower end, the Flamingo, and you walk around in there, they're still busy, but busy in a different way. Nobody's gambling, or very few people were gambling, and a lot of people were just kind of milling about with their tall, whatever that slushy is loaded with grain alcohol. Like there's movement, but there's not a lot of business. And I just see that very clearly as the people with money are doing great, i.e. the Venetian, and the people who don't, those casinos are struggling.
I pulled up the room rates for tonight, just to get a sense. 135 at Caesars, 95 at Paris. You mentioned, I think let's see, the Flamingo is, I think, 70. Even the Four Seasons down at the Mandalay is 310.
you're my new travel agent, Thomas. This is
Well,
great.
it's interesting because I used to go to Vegas a lot, so I used to look at room rates as a sense of things. Dark lives there part-time, and I'd just like to hear like what he's seeing on the ground, because I agree with Puncher's assessment when we were just out there for Bitcoin conference. It was almost like a tale of two cities. The top casinos were doing very well. I don't know how their gaming revenues are. I didn't have a sense of that, but it looked jamming. But if you go down to places like Casino Royale and the old Flamingo